Hi there, it's Kevin and Zach, and we got Talmadge here too with
Hey Talmadge.
a Gone Rogue episode. We haven't done a video update in a while for the store, what we've been working on. We're gonna get back to doing that just when everything's interesting here. In all honesty, nothing's been too interesting the last few months. So, getting back from GP Vegas, you can see a little bit burnt on our way back, stopped and fished. I can't believe we went through all of Vegas and all of Lake Powell getting burned in just a few minutes off the side of the road. I put the poles in the water and get scorched. But anyway, just thought we'd show how successful we were going to do a video while we were at GP Vegas, and it was just, I don't know, it's hard to pack around a camera and whatnot about the picking up bulk. So right now we're just sorting through what we picked up. A lot of this actually does have value. I think at the very end there was some vendors dumping collections that they had bought there, and so we just grabbed like what we could. Since I had a car there, I just took it. But there's a lot of value actually in here, and none of this actually takes any time if you just pick this sort of stuff up at the end of the event or between rounds. Or we were taking a couple backpacks full per time, every time going back and forth from the hotel. I had a story about this in the past of how I paid for an entire GP by doing this, and I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a lot of good stuff in here. And really where this pays off is if you are the person that will pick up commons and uncommons 2-3 years down the road. These sort of things can actually have value. Think of cars like Gitaxian Probe. Gitaxian Probe is one that really comes to mind with me because that was at the height of when I was actually starting to go to GPs, and it was the same thing back during New for Exit. People would just throw all of their draft trash on the table, and it was a common at the time, had no value, and has slowly gone up in value. You can even think of cars like mutagenic growth, and still think yourself in 2-3 years down the road. So we were picking up cards mainly like Adventurous Impulse, Get You Lava Runner. Yeah, there's some Finks' tutelages in there.
All kinds of stuff.
There are a lot of uncommons. You just really want to be, you don't have to be too picky with a lot of things because it's really the weight of the cards that matters the most. Because if you're just carrying a backpack around, this is not available if you're flying. This is just going to be too much of a hassle. Even though I think our hotel room did have like a FedEx store in it. It might be worth it at that point. I'd have to really crunch the numbers. Of course, there's a lot of labor involved in doing something like this. However, I kind of find it enjoyable. I think Zach, if you do it all day long for days and days and days, it gets to become a huge task. But here and there, sorting through cards just to, at least unknown cards like buying collections, I find it very enjoyable just to basically find treasures out of this sort of thing. It's kind of like treasure hunting here. And I know we found some pretty good rare cards. I think we found a few reserve list cards, like nothing special of the reserve list, but they're definitely reserve lists. So those 40-cent reserve list cards. We'll show you the results coming up. Probably not in this video, but a video to come of like the cards that actually hold value. A lot of Rat Colonies, for example, that already do have value. I know we've sent off probably 50 to 100 Rat Colonies to, through TC Player, Cards for just people here. We sold out of Rat Colonies plenty of times. Restock, sold, restock, sold. So these type of things do have value. We had a stack like this. I was just going through a hotel room, and this isn't the stack, but I'm just for sake of it. But we had a stack like this of Pauper playables, like legitly in Pauper decks that came out of that. And this may look like a lot of cards, but we did this over the whole 4-day period of time, just picking up things here and there, rifling through stuff while we were waiting for events to happen. And it's just, it's not a huge investment. So I know you could actually even make a bigger chunk of change sifting through draft trash if you spent the entire day. The story about that is when I was really young and poor in college, I remember I wouldn't even play in the events. I'd just go do that all day long, and you'd actually come out with a pretty good haul from that. Anyway, we got some interesting things waiting for us here. We have the M19 stuff coming up, so these are for the open house for the new decks. We were going to open them, but I don't want Wizards to retaliate if there's something that hasn't been spooled in these. I think they would be spooled this time, but you never know with Wizards, what they will get mad at and what they won't get mad at. So there's kind of the card art for those. There are only 4 colors. Where'd that be?
There's 5 colors.
The other one's Sarkon here for it. And then the Store Championship playmat with that's Nicol Bolas. As a young Nicol Bolas, I guess breathing ice, wherever the storyline is at. What is this? The top 8 deck boxes?
Yep, top 8 deck boxes.
This is really cool. Look at the leak promo is this time. It is a reliquary tower. This is a card that no matter how many times they reprinted it still retains pretty good value and then starts going up. So play in your league. Absolutely play in your league if you can, or encourage your store. If your store does not have a league, report them. Report them. Because this is bullshit if they're keeping these and then throwing them on eBay. So here at Gonro Games, we are legit. We play fair. We don't stockpile this crap. All of this stuff goes back. Like, we will get this stuff back in. Technically, you can't sell stuff for like a year or 2 years. I can't remember what the time period is when a store gets that, but I consider anything that we get right back from the players fair game, because it's, you know, we did give these out and then they came back in. Anyway, so Gutter Snipes kind of cool. It's going to reprint for them, not millionth time, but at least it has it in kind of a cool little, yeah, that's a cool little symbol on it too. These are actually well done. They're not ooh, look at that. That is pretty good. No foiling yet. Hopefully when it exposes to air, it's not an issue. Yeah, there's some cool ones here with the Elvish Rejuvenator.
What do you think about this card? You liked this card, didn't you, Kevin?
Desecrated Tomb, yeah, there's some cool things for it. I think you really need to go all out on Unearth. Its standard is going to be really hard to play with. You do have the Embalm mechanic, which might get kind of interesting with Desecrated Tomb. But if you can exile, there is ways to exile your graveyard too. It says whenever one or more. So you need things that can exile in increments. You can't just exile this big chunk of your graveyard. So think of cards like Relic of Progenitus with this type of card. There could be some synergies.
Are there 5? Open one of these up. Are there 5 in there now for F&M promos?
1, 2, yeah, it looks like there's 5.
There's 5. So they
there
went
always
back
was
to
5, I thought. Did they go back?
But they had 4 for the last 3. But it looks like there might be 5.
1, 2, 3. It looks like 5.
No, it looks like there might be 5.
So yeah, F&M promos are back to normal instead of tokens, which is a good sign. Those league boxes. I wish they'd go back to the other league boxes. These don't even hold a lot of cards. On the WPN, we've been complaining about it relentlessly. Hopefully they'll actually will listen and actually go back to some decent league boxes besides these awful ones that don't even store cards. Leagues, I'm just opening someone's league here, for example. These people need to pick their league boxes up. But by the end of a league, this is what it starts. This is what it starts to look like. So it has a deck, has a pack for a week that I guess they never played in, and I mean the cards in here really start to add up. You can't. It gets hard to throw it. These are the new league boxes. It's hard to just chuck it in that. So apologize for kind of the cluttered mess. We are, getting back.
Just got back.
Vegas. We've got this little play thing here. Oh, I guess I'll announce what that is. So they did one of these for Dragons of Tarkir. I'm gonna assume there's gonna be some.
This is just a display.
This is a display.
And a training table. Yes, the decks go in there. The M.
Oh, I thought they had a little game for us again for M19. We'll come back here. This is also.
That's more bold.
They actually did it. They used to have a place where you could print this out. Now they're gonna send it to us. Well, sorry, Wizards. We literally have no wall space for this, but I am gonna edit this, because we are very welcoming to every people, no matter who sits down at the table with us. We make them feel welcome, except for weebs, Casey. No weebs in Gonro Games. In fact, this tire store is just weebs. Look at all our sleeves. It's just weeb sleeve heaven. What's up with you, weebs? No weebs. Weebs, get out. What else came in? A lot of.
We're filling back up a product finally.
Well,
got our Jace's Spellbooks. So.
Yeah,
did you see the prices for the Jace's Spellbook cards? Are
they tanking back?
Oh, bad.
Yeah, well,
bad.
I thought it looked like the Jace's Spellbooks were going to be overprinted. Battle Bond seems to be very similar to how Unstable is. I know that some of my patrons really took advantage and bought a lot of cases of Unstable. I hope you sold them. I hope you're not sitting on them, because Unstable looks like it's slowly getting in the marketplace. But we saw boxes of Unstable at GP for 95.
95 was the lowest.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, the days of 140, 160 are long gone if vendors are selling it for 95. I think the last print wave kind of killed it. The Commander Anthologies, we were able to sort of reorder
a couple
of them. So I think they're still holding quite strong. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see with that. But Battle Bond is really tough to find at the moment, but I think it's going to be another Unstable.
I think
it's
so
going to residually come out. I think this is Wizards' new business model. I actually do like it, because what they used to do is just throw everything on the market, and we wouldn't we would have actually access to stuff. So everything would come, and Sports and More would fire sell everything, and all the other stores would have to compete with it. And then the market would get so oversaturated, and then prices would crash, and then all of a sudden no one could get it, and then prices would increase. Eternal Masters is the perfect example of that. Whereas we might actually see that with a little bit with Masters 25 and Iconic Masters. They weren't just so garbage fire of sets. But anyway, Battle Bond, unstable. They're residually, we can order a few of them per week. Hard to get from distributors, but a few per week from Wizards. I also like how it kind of evens the playing field for stores like us, that we have the same kind of buying power as massive stores. So we can get our community a few boxes per, like it spreads it out rather than one thing just hoarding them. So what else do we have coming in? Any or upcoming here? So again, we'll talk about.
We still got shirts.
If anyone wants to get a shirt, yeah, we didn't even pack them around at GP Vegas. So I think that we are. I don't know. Zach says they're like what, $10 you want to sell them for? $15? I don't know.
$15.
It's just shipping. This the bitch.
Shipping, yeah.
To get them to, because that's.
So buy a popper deck.
Huge.
What else do you have that's special for them?
Special for them.
What else did we get that we're gonna give people away there?
We're gonna give people away? We are human trafficking here. Here's one of our kids we're giving away right here.
No, we've got some.
Oh, he's now running away.
We've got some arena.
Oh, we got some arena beta keys. I don't know what we're gonna do with them, because we are literally leaving the convention when they're packing it up, and asked if they had any arena keys left. However, they did. I think if you check your email, I think a lot of people got them, because I think there's flooding with arena keys now. But we do have arena keys. If you need one, let me know, or we'll just post them on the Twitter and give them out to people who want them. I'm still enjoying arena. Haven't played in a while. We'll fire it up here and see. So yeah. That's about all that's going on. Had a pretty fun time at GP Vegas. It was bittersweet. Played horrible in the events that I did play, just 2-2 in the Pauper Championship. Probably shouldn't have brought Goblin. Should have stuck with my gut and played Bogles or something tier 1. Scrubbed out on the PTQ, limited PTQ. Probably got the best pool I've ever had, but apparently you need lands to win games of Magic. And when you don't draw them, there's nothing you can do. So O2 dropped in that. And had some fun in the side events, or the Turbo Cube, meeting a lot of people. Met some awesome people. I think had a really pleasant time. Got snubbed by a few YouTubers. Nothing new there. And met probably about 100 of you fans there at GP Vegas over the 4 days. So signed a lot of playmats, signed a lot of cards, signed some shirts and hats and things. So that was kind of cool. So anyway, next GP Vegas we'll probably try to plan it better. I'm trying to get some other YouTubers that aren't too good for everyone to kind of collaborate together and actually maybe do meetups and stuff like that. But it's been kind of tough. I think a lot of the people I associate with are on the other part of the country or in different countries altogether. So it's hard for us to meet up in one place. But anyway, I think that's a bit of an update we got going on. Yeah, we're going to get back to the swing of things too. I know a lot of you said you liked my brews and I haven't brewed forever. I understand. Rogue Master Brewer is kind of a dumpster fire this time just because I've been busy. We're actually going to pay more attention to that in the future. We'll have one for M19, and I will bring back Rogue's Alley. That'll be coming back. I know that I said after I got let go by Cool Stuff that I'd put it over on my channel. I just haven't had the time or the motivation to do so. So everything business as usual. We'll get back to things. I'm remotivated. I think that's the one thing I can take from the Grand Prix Vegas is Magic is still alive and well. Apparently people still like me, or they still like the content. So might as well keep producing it for you. Anyway, anything else you want to say, Mr. Zachary? How was your
Okay, it was good. I went 3-3 in a PTQ, but it's all good. It was fun. It was exciting. It was cool to see everybody.
I had to beat Zach out of Pauper. We got paired round 2. So I knocked him out.
Your deck just went crazy too on me.
Yeah, our decks are pretty 50-50 against each other, but anyway.
All right, cool. And then we'll probably have a little bit of video at the end of this video.
Yeah.
From the GP Vegas.
Yeah, we have a few things. Again, we're going to try to get better with where we the things that we do at Gone Rogue Games, like the Gone Roguers. Once we have a topic, I'll try to plan it better. But yeah, that's that. Any questions for me? You can always feel free to email me. A lot of people were like, I saw you at GP Vegas but was too afraid to approach. Please don't. Come on, I'm just me. I'm no one special. Don't if you just come butt in if I'm talking to someone ever, if you see me. I don't want to be one of those that's just too good to, or too busy or too whatever. So anyway, that's all we got. Get back to slinging those spells.